I can't paint at the moment. I've just set myself back another few days. Damn, I can't tell you how pissed I am at myself. Welcome to the 9 steps of hell. Okay, so today we are all about painting this beast, and there's 9 steps involved and it is not easy. I'm not gonna talk much, I'm just gonna film it because I don't wanna get distracted and miss something. This is probably the most critical part of the build. I have to get it perfect, especially for this bike. It's a V4S, it deserves a perfect paint job, and I just can't afford to stuff it up. Slight change of plans. It sometimes helps to have someone actually give you a bit of advice. So I got my beautiful wife and she said to me I was probably overdoing it, so I've simplified it slightly and hopefully it's gonna look better. So next up we've got the pearl. So we're gonna put the pearl top coat on and then we're gonna start adding some color. how awesome do they look? They just have come up so glossy, so like just wicked. They're gonna look so good on the side of the bike. Can't wait to put them on. So we might move on to the next stage. We're still waiting on a couple of decals to arrive. We've been waiting for 2 months. No, not 2 months, that can't be right. About 5 weeks for these decals to arrive. So hopefully they come today. And we've got a few to put on the bike, but let's get started with what we already have. So the first round of decals are done and they look sick. So take a quick look. You can see it's Italian themes. We'll flip that up the right way soon. We've got a little bit of red in everything. We've got the oneL Moto designs here and here on the side panels. We've still got to do these two sections, the front and the back. And then we're probably going to put some extra Italian style decals on the carbon tank cover as well. But for now, it is so freaking hot outside and in here that we can't paint for at least a few more hours. So we're gonna hit the road, go see some suppliers, pick up some parts, and get as much done in this video as possible. Let's go. Okay, so we're back at Moto Mia, awesome sponsor of the channel, and we've got Matt. Hey mate. Awesome guy. That's a pretty schmick bike. That's a 996R.
996R, yep. We're just doing a minor resto, exhaust polish, front nose came repainted, headlight reconditioned. What else we do? We've got a new chains and sprocket on it. But yeah, mate, just a little tidy up for the customer that owns it.
Very cool. I think Baron von Grumble just got one of these.
His was a 916.
916, sorry. I just did 996R.
The 996R, yeah.
Ah, so 996 is the Matrix bike.
Well, when the Matrix was being filmed, the 996 was the bike in the movie, but when the movie came out, the 998 was the bike that was actually being released by Ducati at the time. So the Matrix bikes were actually 998s.
And they did the green version.
They did.
Yeah, cool. Anyway, let's have a look. We've got an order come through. So what do we got? That's...
Brembo lever.
So it's a, what's that called again? RC19. What else? That's my left side.
Left side switch blocks.
Left side switch block. This is all for the V4S.
Kill
cool.
switch.
Kill switch, awesome. So I need that before I can actually put the top tank cover on, otherwise it won't fit.
And a couple of remote adjusters.
Ooh, oh, the red. Yeah, nice. Cool. That's awesome. Because we've got red accents throughout the bike. So that's the remote adjuster for the RC19. So that's cool. So we've still got a switch block for the right side, and that'll be coming in shortly. But yeah, let's go get those on the bike. Thanks, Matt.
No worries, mate. Enjoy. Merry Christmas.
Okay, back in the garage, just smoking hot, as in temperature-wise. I'm gonna get a couple of these push buttons put on the bike. Unfortunately, I can't do the any of the right side gear because someone crashed into my lovely bike yesterday and knocked it over. So this, I actually have to replace the right-hand clip-on and I need it for a photo shoot for Sunday. So I'm gonna steal it off this bike and then that's fine. We'll get another clip-on ordered, so we'll put that on later. So let's go ahead and get the start-stop button put on and the left side switch gear, the beautiful M&M color switch gear. Let's get them put on and at least that's one more job done and then we can get back to painting. I've got some more decals. We should be able to get the clear coat on it tonight. Hopefully we'll actually be able to mount some of this fairing as well and give you a look at how it looks before we actually sign off on this episode. So this should be quite an easy job and you'll actually need to take this plastic piece off anyway in order to get your tank cover to sit correctly. Just do a little bit of each side at a time. You'll have to pull your key out as well. Otherwise the plastic won't come over the top of your key. Now all we want to do is just trace this back, and it will have a cable just here. So you got a clip, a main clip just here, and then this side should have a small clip, which is the actual, it's the receiver, like it's this here, and this is the part that has to come off, this little plastic part at the top here. And we just want to unclip that on the side, so we'll go ahead and take this one off first. So now what we want to do is separate the top just here from the actual ignition. I think we just pull it off like that. Now that clip will have to come out. You might need to put a couple of spaces under here depending on the height of your actual tank cover. So we're going to test that out. Once we've done the painting, we'll put it back on, and we have a whole bunch of spaces in our little box over there specifically for this. I think we've even got some little red, well, they used to be red, jet prime spaces, and that's to hold up this entire section just a little bit higher. So yeah, a couple of bolts will go through there. The same bolts go through the top just there. So we'll drill a couple of holes, probably 8mm holes for those bolts. I love the packaging. I love how they come with, like, see the foam cutout? How cool is that? Like, so carefully packaged. And it comes with the bolts as well, the exact bolts that you need. So we just need to be very careful that you don't pinch these wires just in the middle here. And I'm just going to put it on relatively loosely for now because we've still got to position our brake adjuster as well once we put the brake on the other side. Okay, so there we go. So now we're going to start-stop button, of course, once the battery works, and we've got our M&Ms for our left-hand side, and I think that's about the right angle actually for me. So yeah, I think that works perfectly. Jeez, this bike is covered in dust. Look at the amount of dust on this thing. I have to cover it back up. So now we've got a spare ignition. You could sell this. So if you've got a spare key, you can always sell it with a spare key. You can always get keys cut for them, so they're worth a bit of money on eBay. Around about probably the $180, $200 mark on eBay. So we'll put that in our little CNC box there, and that can go on eBay. We've still got a fair bit of stuff to go on the front here, but we're also going to take this off in a minute. I'm not going to film that, but that's going to go back on the other bike, like I said. And now let's get back to painting. And we're back to the most stressful part, which is clear coating. And if you've ever clear coated a bike, you know you've got to get it perfect because you get quite literally one shot. I've got to lay about 3, maybe 4 coats down, probably 3, and then leave it for a few days to harden so I can actually wet sand it. And with my wet sandpaper, I actually let it sit in water for 24 hours first to soften the sandpaper up as well, just so you don't get any scratches at all. So this is quite a lengthy process. So far, it's been days worth of work just to get to this stage. And right, so let's mix up some, we're gonna go with gloss, a 2K gloss clear, and it's 2 parts gloss to 1 part hardener. have just had an absolute major cock up. I've just left tiny little bits of residue of red in that spray gun, and I don't know if you can see that, but I've left little red dots all over the back piece. I'm so glad I started with the back piece because I can respray it, but I'm so pissed at myself as well. Oh, I can't believe I did that for not checking my gun to make sure it was perfectly clean. Okay, and here's the problem. Such a rookie mistake. Can you see the red inside that filter? That's what it is. It's just red, little bits of red paint sitting inside the filter. I cleaned this, but I didn't clean or didn't replace the filter. So lessons to be had, like if you look at the green, here's my green filter, and that's got, like, it's quite literally green. I won't use that again. So I'm actually going to clean my gun top to toe, take that filter out. If I can't clean the filter, I will have to go and get some more from the shop. I can't paint at the moment. I've just set myself back another few days. Damn, I can't tell you how pissed I am at myself. I'm actually gonna have to go over this again. I'm gonna have to tape it back up and go over it again with white and again with pearl, just on this piece. Look at that. That's the culprit. Man, what a rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. So I think I might have rescued it. Sorry about the light in here, it's so bad. But I have sanded it back. I've then applied 2 coats of the base and then another 2 coats of pearl. And it's actually looking really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. However, I threw all of my decals in the rubbish. The only one I could find, well, 2, is I could find these. So these are black or silver Ducati stickers. I don't really know if I can use them because I've already got 2 Ducati stickers on the bike. And this, which is, it's a cutout sticker as well, and it's a race box sticker. And I thought that would look kind of cool with the big R, because look at the size of it, like right there, as just R for race box. Maybe even cut the actual race box word off. Just to give the back a little bit of color, and it's red, so it ties in with the red on the oneL, the red on the Italian flag. Yeah, I'm probably reaching a little bit, but I didn't want the back to go completely naked, as in no color at all. So I think I'll go with the R of the race box. So I'm gonna let this dry, smack the R on there, and then we're on to gloss, finally. This feels like it's taken forever, and this is actually day 5, I think. It's crazy. How many shirts have you seen me change? Nuts. Okay, heaps more energy this morning. Got myself a coffee, another clean t-shirt, and we can finally start putting the fairing on the bike. So we're gonna do a full mock-up. I do have to take some of it off again though, because we've got a rear race subframe going on and you've got to take the tank off to do that. But we are gonna do a mock-up. First things first, this, we've got to put the wings on this. So let's get that done. We've got some minor issues, some minor little fitment issues with the front where I'm out by maybe 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and it's because this lip just here is actually rubbing on the inside. So I'll show you what I've done. I've actually just put a line, so I put the fairing back on and then I drew a line as to where the carbon comes to, and then you can see these little black points here. That's the carbon rubbing off on this fairing. Now I can't cut this fairing because otherwise you would see it through the front of the fairing and that would just destroy it. Like, that would be a massive waste. So what I need to do is measure back the distance from this line and then see if that distance allows me to cut into this but still maintain the full carbon look from inside. You shouldn't notice if I just cut this lip off. That's the only thing I can think of to actually fix this issue. Otherwise, I can't pull the fairing forward anymore. It can't go this way. It has to line up with that hole there. So I need a new bolt for that because I don't have a nice matching black one. So I have to go to the shop and get that. So that's the only thing I can think of. So I'm going to go ahead and cut most of this lip just here. As long as the fairing still sits in there with like a 1 centimeter lip, that's all that really matters, because it's still held on by, like, God knows, 6 bolts. And the air is still going to go correctly into the right place, regardless of that lip being there at all or not. So, fingers crossed. And now that I look at this actually straight on, have a look. That lip over there is almost flat, and it's about 1 inch. This lip over here is about 1/3 to maybe even 1/2 of an inch. So it's not actually even, it's not perpendicular. So I don't know how these are made in a mold or what, but they need to fix their mold. So motor holders, fix your mold. Okay, so how good does that look? I've still got a few tiny little alignment issues. I've got to bring the whole fairing this way around about 1/2 centimeter. There's just a bit of a gap just here, so I'll have to fix that. I'll take a little bit more out of that carbon guard at the front. I'm pretty impressed. I like it. I think it's subtle, which is what I was going for. I think I've got enough of the red, white and green, but not too much. So yeah, let me know. Drop a comment. Do you like it? Is it what you thought we were going to build? It's not finished yet, by the way. We've still got heaps of parts to come for this bike. We've got tuning, we've got heaps of stuff to have to go, but for this episode, that's pretty much done. So thanks for watching. Until the next one, like, subscribe, you know the drill.